everyone and welcome back. It's me, TrophyWife, and today we're playing this bed we made. The last time we were leaving, we needed a candle and plaster. So before I had actually ended the game, I had ended the recording, but the plaster was right beside me. So I went ahead and picked it up. So all we need now is a candle. So let's get started. Yeah, the plaster was like right here. So now we just need to find a candle.
I can probably find the rest of what I need in the basement.
And I'm curious if we can clean every room that's up here or just the ones that were on the sheet. So, anyway, let me see. Yeah, see, there's this room. So, I'm going to clean it. But I will make it where you guys don't have to see it. I just want to do it for myself. It's a complete except a big mess. So I'm going to clean this room and then I'll get back to the actual story. Okay, I made myself happy. No.
Okay, Sophie, back to the basement.
Okay. I was wondering where the candle was. I cleaned that one room real good. I was hoping there was like an achievement for going in all the rooms, but no.
Candles, candles, candles. I think Rebecca keeps a stash of them, but where?
This place is huge.
It's locked.
Like, okay, I get it's a hotel, but you know.
Maybe from his perspective, well,
To be tossed aside by your best friend like that? Oh, Wendy, that's a special brand of heartbreak.
Oh, I didn't prevent Eugene from getting fired.
I'm good.
Oh no. Well, I mean, what he did, I guess, I understand.
Where do you keep your candles, Reb? I guess I should check the locker room first.
Locker room. Is this the locker room or is... No. Locker room. Yeah, I guess I got Eugene fired. Because, he left the note and I didn't think to get rid of it. Well, let's just be
I do have
Snoopy.
a stash of candles, but where is it?
The VIP guests and 602 is getting on my nerves. He ordered food, not on the menu. We usually have special orders, but Bernard was adamant that we make all that he wishes come true. Do I look like a damn genie? No, we want to close it.
It's locked.
Oh, well, let's just snoop through everybody's locker.
Haven't gotten any tips so far today.
Oh, this is my locker.
Being recognized for doing a good job. That feeling never gets old.
No, I want to close my locker, please.
Fine. Keep your secrets, locker. Wait, is this you, Beth? What on earth led to this picture being taken?
I don't know, but we're pretty... She's
Didn't
pretty
I find
cool.
one of these in Anne's room, too? The White Cat must be a popular spot. Are you looking to buy land? I know you grew up on a farm. Maybe you're looking to get back to nature.
72 acres is a lot. I wonder how much it was back then.
Off limits.
Dear sister, we need to talk about Kevin. The other day, Patrick received some pamphlets from a friend from the States of how he is convinced that our child is a sissy. How is that even possible? The boy's only 5 years old. Does it even matter if he likes to play with girls or prefers boys or dolls to toy cars? So I can't help but think if Patrick is right, Kevin is indeed like this. What kind of future awaits him? Will we ever be able to get a job, to have a family, to live a normal life. Every time I look at him now, I feel like crying. I just want my little boy to be happy. Is that too much to ask? Well, that's sucks. The invisible force is lurking in the shadows, threatening our very way of life, and it is not the communists. It's the... Oh my god. Never mind. We'll just pretend like we didn't see that.
It's locked.
Oh yeah, we're just going to snoop in all the lockers. Here is a guide I talked about. Come see me if you have any questions, concerns on the job of staff. Yeah, la 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 la. Carol, I hope you're having a great first week. Valentine's Day is always the very best time. Oh, very busy time. But do not worry, it should calm down soon. Yesterday I saw you watch while we were playing cards at lunch. You're welcome to join us today if you wish, Nicole. Well, why is it other people seem to be hanging out with her? But nobody wants to hang out with me. Little old me.
Yvette's and Susan's favorite activity. Talking behind other people's backs.
I can't believe Miss Perfect got Employee of the Month reward again. I'm sure she won't even use the mixture she won. She's too dumb to understand how it works. Poor Josk. He deserves so much better than the stupid whore. And did you see the look on Sophie's face when Bernard first showed the mixer? You'd swear that weirdo had never even seen one in her life. Join me at 11:15 for a smoke break.
I wish I understood you better, Yvette. You and Wendy had such a close friendship.
Oh, they took her off. So now we have to provide soap to the guests. This is ridiculous. What's next? A hairdryer in every room? Speaking of hair, have you seen Rebecca's new haircut? I think she'd look even uglier. Smoke break at 3:45? Well, now we gotta figure out where the heck.
Maybe Bobby took some candles from Rebecca already.
Where'd Bobby? Bobby's locker? This is Anthony.
Locked.
This is Jacques.
The way they look at each other. You can tell it's the real deal.
Except it sounds like she's cheating. I can't tell, but it does sound like it. Bobby.
No candles, but this
Is this the
like
kitchen?
The laundry room.
Oh, laundry room. Okay. We'll look. Oh, Eugene. Half the washing machines here are out of order. Because of this, I won't be able to finish our current load in time, and Beth will be forced to offer guests an apology discount. Please fix the machines before Bernard kills me. Well, he's not going to be doing that because I suck.
Off limits.
I let him get fired because I left the evidence that he was mad. Now I feel bad. So this is the break room. To whoever keeps stealing my lunch, I want my Tupperware back, Susan. Ooh. Tupperware is expensive nowadays. I wonder if it was back then. I mean, not that expensive. It depends on where you get it.
What? That doesn't make any sense.
Where is the laundry room? I thought that was the laundry room. This is the laundry room.
Oh, right. My keys are still in the break room.
My God. I looked last time and they weren't there. Didn't you have that master key, though? Let's see. I don't see your keys. And last I saw they were... Bobby, you realize it's the person with the lowest score who wins, right? Okay, but... No, I did have my... Because isn't that my magazine?
Don't worry, gossiper. I'm coming back to you.
There's my key.
I still haven't learned all of Gracie. Gotta hold on to these tight.
Yeah, you should. I was about to say, I don't know where the freaking keys are. But they were there the whole time. Just sitting there. On a napkin that could have been tossed. Okay. So he hid.
It would make sense for Rebecca to keep her candles by her workstation.
They're over here somewhere, yeah. There we go.
Got a candle. Now, what next?
Inspect more. Aha! We're already this snoopy. What else? Oh, close. We don't need people to know we snoop, though. Let's see if anybody's in here. Oh, guess we can't go in there.
Ooh, is this a movie script?
It's a screenplay. Add tornado. I wonder what that is. A shopping list? I have no idea. I didn't pay enough attention. But it's okay. We're getting out of here. Oh, what is this?
Mr. VIP is really getting to Bobby.
Rebecca, I'm confessed about the murder. I don't care who he is, how rich he is, how famous he is. The VIP guest in 602 is a psycho. He ordered room service this morning, but somehow the plates got mixed up and he received eggs instead of pancakes. It happens, right? Well, the man rushed to the kitchen in a frenzy and yelled at us for 10 minutes straight, saying eggs are disgusting and he hates them. I should have told him he's disgusting and I hate him. I thought of spitting in his next meal, but before leaving, he swore he'd never order anything from the kitchen ever again. Without a shadow of doubt, this is the worst establishment I've ever visited, he said with his pompous accent. If he ever sends his clothes downstairs to be cleaned, can you be a good friend and stitch up all his pockets? And other form of sabotage would do. I know you're creative. Just be careful not to arouse too much suspicion. That would be funny.
I hope you managed to calm him down, Reb. The last thing the Clarendon needs today is a murdered guest.
Let's see if there's anything else we can find in this note. Because we can't search every note, but the ones we can usually means there's something good. I guess that was it. Well, I hope she sewed up all his pockets. That would be kind of funny.
There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this.
But this had been the same if we had done Andrew.
Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot.
Oh, I gotta I can't. It won't let me.
Have you done this before? You're a real pro.
Yeah.
Now, time to put the key into the wax. Let's give it a few seconds, so the mold really takes form. Okay,
Yeah, because
I
wax
think you can remove
sets
it.
up that fast.
Well, we're almost there. Just pour the cup of plaster into the mold. All right. Now we wait for it to dry.
I don't think this
How
would
long
work.
do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side.
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Now that would tell her we snooped in her locker. Like drawing.
Drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
It's hard
I
there.
wouldn't call it art.
Oh, I'm sure you're underestimating yourself.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm not.
All right, then. I won't insist. What do you like to draw, anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah.
I think
I've
that's what
always
we all
found
want
the
to be
lives of famous
sometimes.
people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Nope.
That would have been great.
I wanted
really
Andrew,
miss him.
not you. I didn't realize
miss
my
him
choice was
too.
going to make it where if I could
Even
romance.
though he was a bit eccentric.
More eccentric than me?
A lot more.
I'm sure I would have loved him then. Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem.
Well, if it has to do with anything of me turning it with this mouse, I'll break it. All right, we clean that up. We can't leave any evidence of what we've done behind, or else we'll get fired. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I just don't like the thought of leaving evidence behind. I'd rather not lose my job. You know, I had thought about going and working in a hotel, but I could never. I don't want to touch people's bed sheets or towels. It makes me feel gross.
I've got 2 keys. Now, let's test
Was
them
it 507? Yeah.
Be careful, Sophie. You don't want this key to break.
Oh God, no. I'm so nervous. I don't want to break it either.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Oh God. And Atlanta, I noticed yours are pretty worn down, so I decided to buy you a new one. I hope you like it. And since you enjoyed them so much, here's a puzzle to figure out. 2 5-letter words are the key. Both relate to our history, and like the favorite bar, this one was black. Our alternative name will surely take you back. From the first one, take the first 2. From the last one, take the last 2. Well, I hope you get better. Try to rest today. I will bring you hot soup after class. Okay, wait. That's gotta be the key to
Marcella
the...
invited you to the movies. Let me guess. You said yes.
Postman always rings twice in a play tonight. The novel I read a while back. I'm sure you would love to see it in Murders and Thrills. Will you come with me? I can barely listen to sister's lectures. All I can do is lip and imagine kissing you. I can't wait for tonight. August 11th, dear Anne. I have heard Doris Day on the radio, and I hope made me think of you. I know how much you love Sentimental Journey. Counting every mile of railroad track that takes me back. Last time I was in Texas, I felt like counting Oh, like coming home. Now, strangely, I feel away from home. I wish you were here with me. I always feel at home in your arms. I can hardly believe it's been 5 weeks since we last saw each other. Sometimes I wonder if I might be going crazy. You're always in my head, always reminding me of you. Not only songs on the radio, but silly things like the flowers in our garden, the smell of the shampoo, and when people say the word darling, and I can hear you say it with your lovely French accent, darling. My family seems to have noticed my odd behaviors, but of course I cannot tell them.
Doris Day. That's an alliteration, isn't it? Doris. I-S.
Is that to the, so IS. I wish I could feel the climbing on the roof to Tha's building and Austin is shouting my feelings for you at the top of the lungs. God, it sounds like a giddy teenager in love at first time. Maybe I am. Sometimes I'm scared that all the time with you is nothing but a dream too good to be true. I'm afraid that when I return to Montreal, I will realize you never existed. Or if you do exist, you don't remember me. I wish I could picture the two of us. Sorry, guys. I would know for sure it was real. I long for your embrace and the taste of your sweet lips. Well, that's sweet. That must be them. So is this 2 women? Is that what I'm putting together? Dear Anne, I'm sorry it took me so long to answer the last letter. It has been 6 months since I left Montreal. As you always say, I can't read French. My parents are glad I am done with my studies, though always thought it was a strange idea for me to go to university. Now they want me to find a husband and have children like any other woman. I think I will. What? These last few months, I had a lot of time to reflect on our relationship. You know my feelings for you, and I hope you never forget how much I love you. But we cannot hide our heads in the sand any longer. We were lucky our story lasted as long as it did, and foolish to think it would last forever. Our love is forbidden and hidden it from the family is proving more and more difficult each day. You will always have a special place in my heart, but I believe it's time for us to go our separate ways. You made me feel like a teenager. You made everything but the present disappear. Now I need to be an adult and think about my future. Well, that's depressing. So Doris Day they'd have a thing on them if I could just so it's the IS, but I need to figure out favorite bar. What would their favorite bar be?
That riddle's a toughie. Maybe I need a fresh pair of eyes on it.
What do you mean, a fresh pair of eyes? Oh. Well, that didn't help me. That's not what I needed. Well, this one won't let me open it. So it's a bar. Something with the IS. Well, that's to me, but I didn't pick it up. No, I didn't mean to do that. They're gonna know I was in here. This letter has been sent to you from around the world 3 times. The one who breaks the chain will have bad luck. Mr. Smith received the letter in 1953, made 33 copies, and sent 3 days later. He won the lottery. Mr. Jones received it in 1956, made 33 copies, sent it 3 days later. He discovered an old treasure in his backyard. Mr. Williams received the letter, burned it. His wife and 3 kids died in a fire the very night Mr. Green forgot the letter in the drawer and lost his job. When he found the letter again, he got the job than before. In no case should this chain be broken. Make 33 copies. So basically, oh wait, hold on. It's like spam spam mail you get. Let's see if there's anything in here. Oh, not that, I guess. We're looking for... Would it be the white cat? Would it be WHDI?
There's no shame in asking for help, Sophie. 2 heads are better than 1, especially when dealing with riddles.
Yeah, let's just call her. She'll tell us everything we need to know. 'Cause she's so smart.
Larrington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Help me,
Hey,
Beth.
Got a minute?
Sure, what's up?
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet...
That's what I thought. I was right.
I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Is there anything else?
I thought we knew this, but
Here's
let's
another
do
one.
it.
Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. I think I know what to do.
You do? Great. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Okay, let's see. So it's... Not that. The first one, take the first 2. So D-O-A-T. Dote. Shouldn't we put everything back? Yeah. And we should shut it. Can we not take our keys out? Okay, fine. Pretty sure it's D-O-A-T. Okay, I did clean. I was like, okay. That's not... Well, there's a O. A T, but I didn't see a D.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Okay.
These two sure love their riddles.
I have to go back. Unless it's here. Yeah, so the last two would be AT. The first two would be... Oh, come on. Oh, whatever. I'll go back to the other room. Give me a second, guys. So I think it's THIS. Because it's the black. Or the white cat. I guess we'll see. But yes, it's something IS. I had it backwards. So that explains a lot. Man, what? I've been done with work by now. Okay, wait a second. It's something cat.
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black.
It said
Our
the white
alliterative
cat.
Name will surely take you back. These two sure love their riddles.
Why am I having such issues with this? Like, I know it's IS at the end. No? Give me a minute. Okay, I got it. It was GRIS, but I still don't understand how the fat cat or the white cat fits with that. Wait a second. Has she been making all these herself?
That novelist, Bridget Boswell, is actually you, Marcella?
Dear Marcella. Or should I say Bridget? You know I prefer a good old crime story, but last week I came upon a romance novel with an intriguing title, and they were roommates. I bought it on an impulse in the train station and read it cover to cover during the journey. Can you imagine my surprise when I recognized our story? You may have changed the names and locations, but all of our moments are there. Our endless discussions in the dorm room, our first date at the theater, our trip to Quebec City. You often said writers are thieves, but I never fully understood until now. It has been almost 10 years since I received your last letter, the letter that painted our relationship as nothing more than a summer fling. At first, I could not believe you had written those words. Then I waited in vain for your answer and had to accept the love for me had never been real.
After all this, turns out you're a fan of Bridget? Of Marcella? That's a lot sweeter than I expected.
Dear Marcella, although you didn't know me, I think I can safely say I'm your biggest fan. Your novels have literally changed my life. After the war, I spent almost 10 years in a psychiatric hospital because of panic attacks. None of the treatments were working, and I wasn't getting any better. I became friends with one of the nurses who started lending me books so I could pass the time. I didn't really like the first one, but then I picked up Bridget Boswell's first novel, Your Novel. I had never read such a beautiful love story. It almost brought tears to my eyes. I immediately urged the nurse to get me more of your books. Believe it or not, the more I read of them, the less panic attacks I had. The doctor brought it was new medicine finally worked, but I knew the truth. Your novels gave me the courage to get in contact with Lindsay, a friend from the war. I had always felt for him the same way your character feels for each other, but I never dared tell him. Now I have, thanks to you. The thought of seeing him again is always motivating me to get better and leave the hospital. I hope to hear back from you soon. Well, that's sweet.
There's a lot of stuff in here. I don't think I've looked at everything yet.
What do you mean? What else is in here? Oh, there's next pages. Okay. After the discharge, I wanted to thank you for everything you've done for me. I've discovered Bridget as a pseudonym, so tracking you down took longer than I thought. Fortunately, I'm a very patient and resourceful man, and I never gave up. Do you think you could meet me? I have so much more to tell you, Paul. Dear Marcella, thank you for answering my letters. I realized how unsettling it must have been for you. Please forgive me for tracking you down, your editor, and to giving me your address. I know I shouldn't have done that. I wanted to thank you for your encouraged words concerning Lindsay. I still haven't heard from him, but I'm starting to fear I might have the wrong address. I wish I would take a train to Virginia, but that's not an option right now, and I can barely pay the rent. I guess I will have to find a job. As a kid, I dreamt of being an actor, a Hollywood star. I know it's foolish to dream, but what else can I say? What am I good at? I've tried getting so many odd jobs already, but employers turn me down as soon as I learn what I've spent the last 10 years of my life. If it continues like this, I'll probably end up on the streets. So many of my army buddies. Why am I even telling you this? After reading your book and getting to know you, though, I tend to forget. I'm only a stranger to you. I hope you don't mind. You seem to be a good listener, and I've had feeling rather lonely since I left the hospital. Anyway, please tell me more about your life, and do not hesitate to write long letters. I must have read your previous one 1,000 times.
An advance on my salary. So Marcella hired you.
I've read your recent letters to Lindsay's mother. She tells me he's dead. Words cannot even begin to describe how empty I feel. He died 2 years ago before I even sent the first letter. He will never know my feelings for him, and you now never know if he could have loved me back. I guess I should have known the world end in pain. Just like your novels. I wish I had Lindsay's ability to find beauty everywhere. Even during the war, amidst the death and chaos, he would marvel at the forests of Germany, at the sun, the birds. He loved birds so much. He could identify with them just by listening to their songs. I have to admit, your position took me by surprise. I was hesitating to leave home at first. I was afraid to miss Lindsay's answer, but now that there's nothing keeping me here, I'm desperate for anything that will help me forget the pain. But I don't have enough money to make it to Texas. Do you think you could give me an advance on salary? In spite of everything, I'm really excited to know I'll finally meet you. And that's it of those. For many years, I was broken-hearted, angry, confused. I questioned the nature of feelings of our attraction and made many wrong decisions. But this book, your book, am I foolish to think it's proof you really loved me? In any case, I hope you're well, and I'm happy to see you accomplish your dreams of becoming a writer. Dear Marcella.
Murder might be a bit much, but you deserve some kind of justice.
I didn't expect you to reply to my letter, but I'm happy to see I was wrong. Your words have comforted me in a time of great distress. If only Louise was half the man you say Hector is. He was quite the temper and hits me frequently. I'm willing to put up with it as long as he isn't hurting Michael. But there are some days when it becomes almost unbearable. The other day I dreamt of our first date. We were watching The Postman only rings twice again, but suddenly we were in the movie. You were Lena Turner and I was John Garfield. And we were both plotting to kill my husband. I hate to admit it, but I almost hope it was premonitory. To ask your question, I do still have our box. My brother is currently in Atlanta for work, and I was thinking going to see him and Michael next month. If you are able to meet me there, we should open the box together and laugh at the silly things we thought important all those years ago. I hope to hear from you soon. P.S. Do you remember the secret language we invented at Sister Miller's? Couldn't understand the note we passed during class. In secret language, I still do.
I do like a happy ending. I just hope that's where your story is headed.
Thank you for sending me a signed version of the latest novel. I think it's the greatest work yet, but I do have a few comments to help make the next one even better. First, I believe Rose would be more concerned that she deserves than what her husband deserves. He may not deserve the pain she will be caused by leaving him, but they both deserve to be happy, and they won't be long as they remain together, as long as they don't listen to her needs. Also, I think it would be great if your next novel ended on a more positive note. Imagine if Rose left her husband and rode into the sunset with Eve. Imagine if they went to New York or Los Angeles, someplace where people like us are tolerated. Imagine if they got to have the happy ending. It would be the best story ever. I hope you will consider it. P.S. I know you say invisibility protect us, but don't you want to wish to be seen sometimes? Wouldn't you like people to know who you are, Bridget? To recognize you on the street, to recognize you for your work? Why not publish your next novel under your own name?
Oh, so you came to Montreal under the pretense of celebrating your wedding anniversary. But all along, you meant to reunite with Anne.
I left the house. I left Louis. I couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't lie anymore. How do you do it? How do you manage to live a double life? To hide the work of your novel from your husband. I had so much less to hide, and yet Michael and I are staying at the Clarington Hotel until we find a place to stay and the divorce is done. I don't know how long it will take. Could you come to see me in Montreal? I really need you by my side right now. P.S. I wouldn't put it past Louise to scour our hotel guest books in the region looking for me under his surname, so I've registered under the name Beaumont. Wow, that's a lot.
So, let me get this straight. Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
I mean, I don't want to be like,
wonder
open it.
what's in it.
I mean, we are Snoopy, though.
I mean, that's kinda illegal.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it is.
Well, too late. I've always known I would end up in prison one day.
So?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
I think Marcella hired him. I found some letters Paul wrote to her. He said that her proposition took him by surprise, and that he'd need an advance on his salary.
What did she hire him for? To investigate her own affair?
I'm not sure. I didn't find the letter he was replying to.
And why did he have those pictures of you anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to
I
remember that...
still don't think we should be sitting here in their room on the phone.
An absolute mess on the other side of the door.
You're right. Everyone likes to put on a show, but none of us are actually perfect.
Yeah, it's a comforting thought. I knew you'd get it, Bean.
I don't like that she calls
When
me
your
Bean.
shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
So why am I at the
Well,
police station?
We could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it. And Then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
I just have to finish my tasks for the day, and then I can leave.
We should shut that. Alright, we should go and clean the one room. Can we throw this out now?
I'll hold off on throwing this out just yet.
Okay.
The food's practically untouched.
So, we didn't clean the one room because I thought maybe they wouldn't want us to. Oh my god. I can't go in the room. Now, who is that? I don't think we should touch it. No, we shouldn't touch it.
Mr. Cruz? Mr. Cruz.
Call 911.
God. Oh God. What happened?
We're
Just
not-
Stop for a second, Sophie. Is there anything you missed?
We're not touching the body. I mean, I see that we can. I guess we could inspect. They don't have fingerprint DNA and stuff like in the 1950s, do they? We'll inspect, but we're not throwing anything
Mr.
away.
Cruz's life insurance policy. Why did he have this on him?
Is that recent?
Marcella? Okay, let's not jump to conclusions.
But isn't this like recent?
Is this about Paul? Does that mean...
Thank you for reporting the guest's unacceptable behavior. We will look into it as soon as possible. However, I regret to inform you that you cannot divulge a guest's personal information regarding the guest's behavior. As I am sure that you will understand, we are very concerned with our guest's privacy, and our staff prides itself in its discretion. Please contact us should the guest bother you again. Yours sincerely, Bernard. Is there anything else we can look at? Because I'm not throwing anything away. It doesn't look like it. Besides that and the one note in his butt pocket. Okay, let's back away. What do we do? The power went out.
I have to get the power back on.
How though? Oh yeah, isn't there a fuse box this way? Wait. I want to clean this room. So give me a minute, guys. Well, I lied. I can't clean the room. It won't let me. I think it was in the janitor's closet.
It's too big. I guess I'll need something pointier.
What is pointier than a screwdriver?
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box? I don't think there's anything here that would help me.
Well, I could hope. Something pointier. I don't know.
Maybe
What
an ice pick could pry open the fuse
an
box.
ice pick? Where do we get an ice pick from? My cart? I'd be afraid somebody come charging down the hallway. An ice pick. Where do I get an ice pick from?
Think, Sophie, think. What can you use to open the fuse box?
Like, for real, I don't know where ice picks are in the hotel.
Maybe an ice pick could pry open the fuse box.
Alright, while I search for an ice pick, I will be right back. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go this way because I don't know where an ice pick is. And I don't know where an ice pick is. Where is an ice pick?
Hello? Is anyone in? Hello?
Oh, I had to come all the way back here for the ice pick. Wait, did they put him in the freezer? So obviously,
Poor Paul. Lindsay's death really hit him hard. He hasn't been in the best headspace.
Montreal's much bigger than I expected. Big cities always make me feel lonely, and feeling was only accelerated this morning by the fact that everyone around me was speaking a language I could not understand. I brought a French-English dictionary on the train station, but I don't think I really needed it all. After all, English speakers seem more common in the downtown area, thank God. The hotel was nice. When I arrived, the whole staff was busy getting ready for some big event. It wasn't until I saw Marcelo enter the lobby with a flower bouquet that I realized today is Valentine's Day. Hector and her were gone in a flash, and I was left feeling more alone than ever. Wishing Lindsay was here with me, helping Marcella out these past few weeks has been a great distraction, but it really hurts so much every time I think about him. I had hoped the pain would have been gone by now. I'll probably need a double dose of melatonin to sleep tonight.
So
Today-
Paul just needed to pass the time while Marcella was away. That's why he was observing us.
Today I wanted to follow Marcella and Hector out of the hotel, but the sidewalks were so packed with people that I started having a panic attack. I tried a cab, and then I realized I was all out of money. It's been a while since Marcella's last payment, and the hotel room was more expensive than I anticipated. I couldn't resort to selling the camera, so I decided to pawn my victory medal instead. It was hard letting it go after so many years, and yet it felt strangely liberating. Maybe it's a sign I should be holding on to the past so much. To fight boredom until Marcella and Hector returned, I started looking at the hotel staff. I felt Andrew and Beth at the reception desk discussing books and movies. They both seemed like nice people. I wish I'd found the courage to join their conversation. When you look at people all day and they never look back, you start feeling invisible. I noticed that Sophie, the maid, in charge of cleaning the 5th floor, seems to share my interest in other people's life. Maybe I should start talking to her.
Paul was hiding out right here. Did he ever find the person who was sneaking out at night?
Who's sneaking out of their room every night? The question's been driving me crazy since my first night in the hotel, so tonight I decided to investigate. I found a hiding spot near the ice machine with a nice view of the whole corridor. My camera at the ready, but there's been no movement for at least 3 hours, and I'm fighting not falling asleep. No need for melatonin tonight. I thought being a detective would be more exciting. Maybe Marcella's right. Maybe there's a time I let go of Mr. Spade.
9:45? So, Anne and Marcella met here this morning while I was busy cleaning room 504.
I awoke around 9:30 a.m. and realized I had fallen asleep sometime in the morning. I was about to go back to my room when a guest from 507 came to sit on one of the chairs close by. She's been there ever since, and I don't dare leave my hiding spot in front of her. Marcella joined the guest 507 around 9:45. Apparently she told Hector she didn't love him anymore and how he's now convinced she's been cheating on him. That explains why he assaulted me out of the blue yesterday evening and accused me of having an affair with his wife. The guest from 507, I've learned his name is Anne, has just said she might have an idea on how to solve their problem. I'm thinking of revealing myself, but I don't want to anger Marcella. The longer I wait, the more awkward it will be when I do come out. Maybe I should. There's something on here that I can click on, I think. I'm not seeing it though. Yeah, it's got a thing where I can select, is it the blood?
Looks like Paul had to stop writing in a hurry. What happened? I was listening to the radio at the time. Did the music drown out the noise? Oh, so Paul's work with Marcella was to follow her around like a private investigator, to help her with research for her novel.
Dear Paul, I'm sorry to hear you are in such a dire situation. You seem to possess a lot of useful skills, and it's shame employers cannot see past your medical history. But don't despair. I have been writing a novel for 8 years now. My publisher takes most of the sales revenue, but I was still able to collect a substantial sum of money over the year. Now I would like to use the money to hire you. I'm getting tired of romance novels and thinking of branching out into crime fiction as a sort of research. I would like you to follow me around town and take notes of my coming and going. I'm aware this is a very unusual job, but considering you were able to track me down, I believe you would make a great private detective. In addition to your salary, I would cover all your work-related expenses, and you would, of course, be the first to read the manuscript once it's finished.
Paul really got into his role.
I hope spying on me isn't proving too exhausting. You really inspired me so far, and I already have a ton of ideas. The trench coat you bought were a nice touch. You look straight out of a film noir. I also noticed that you started smoking. It's probably another way for you to get into character, but maybe that's pushing it a little too far. You know best, of course, but don't pick up drinking next. At this rate, I'd be able to start writing in 2 or 3 weeks. Thanks for your help.
Followed Marcella to Montreal even though she was done with her research.
Paul, why did you follow me to Montreal? As I already told you, I do not require your services anymore. I'm starting to worry you're taking your role a bit too seriously. You're not a real detective. You have to let go. That's what you get for hiring. Well, that's one big lens. So did he slip and bash his head on the...
Okay, this looks like something I can use to open the fuse box.
Well, obviously he didn't slip. There's like broken necklace and yada yada. Alright. Thank good nobody came up while I'm... Can I go in these
Hello?
rooms?
Is anyone in?
How is nobody in? That's what I want to know. Just walking all over, leaving my tracks. Did he slip and fall and hit his head on the ice thing, or did someone push him into it? I guess that's something we'll need to figure out. I didn't mean screwdriver.
It's too big. That worked, thank God. Now, to get the power back. Eugene, what I would give to have you with me right now. Your note will have to make do.
If there's a power outage and busy another part of the hotel from collapsing, here's what to do. Check the fuse box for required amperage of each socket. Remove all blown fuses from socket. Tip: blown fuses are usually blackened. Screw in the new fuse. Make sure the amperage is correct. Flick big lever to restore power. So I'm assuming this
How does
one...
Eugene
Oh,
do
wait.
this again? Fuses. I probably need new fuses.
I think those were the only black ones. So that looks like a fuse.
Yes, this is what I need.
Is that all I need? I think that's all the fuses. So we need a 15. How am I supposed to know what fuse is what, though?
How did this end up here? Not much use without the rest of the code. Unless those numbers I found in the laundry room, could they be part of the same combination?
Yeah.
Not much use without the rest of the code.
So can we go into 509?
Those numbers I found in the laundry room,
Let me
Could be
see.
part of the
I
same
doubt it
combination.
because we're still in the thick of it, but you know. Oh.
Getting the fuse box open
Oh,
was
I don't
half
care
the
about the
battle.
fuse box right
I
now.
need to take a look inside and fix what needs fixing.
Ah, go to the clues. So it's something 216. Twenty-three four 2 1 6. 23 42 16. 23 42 16. I think that's right. Oh. 23 42. Unless I'm wrong. Well, there's a gun. You ruined my life, you fucking moron. I lost my house, my family, everything, and now you refuse to pay the money you owe me. For years, I gave you my hard-earned money. It was all for nothing. I hope you and your All-American burn in hell, SW. Oh. Woman and 3 children killed in house fire. The Williams house, located on 32nd Street, is a total loss. 4 members of the family died in the residential fire last night. According to police and firefighter, flames have been coming from the 2-story house by a neighbor at around 3 a.m. It took firefighters about 1 hour to extinguish the blaze. The bodies of a woman and 3 children were found. Police investigated the victims as Meredith William, 32, and her 3 children, Thomas, 12, David, 9, and Sarah, 6. Samuel Williams, the husband, managed to escape the house unharmed.
The bodies of a woman and 3 children. 3 children.
Oh. Wow, wow, wow. I ain't throwing anything away that I'm not supposed to. We're gonna close this and leave this room. Let's get this power back on. I honestly don't know. So we need a type A for here. No, wait. Well, why is it? Oh, I have to screw it in. Okay. What's the other 2? No. S and G. S is a 20, so we need a S. No, an S. Hi, baby. What's you doing? And a G. Hold on 1 second, guys. You want to come here? My cat came to me. She's a big old lap baby. Okay, let's continue.
Power's back. Now I should go down to the lobby.
How are you going to
Call
get
the
down to the
police.
lobby, though? I've only noticed that we have an elevator, and we'd have to move the body. Let's see. Is there any... The stairs are this way. Can we go down the stairs? I have a feeling that it's going to be a no. But we can't move the body. That's tampering with evidence. I'm assuming that they blocked the stairs off.
I knew blocking the stairs would be a bad idea.
Well, let's move the stuff. Can we not? We have to take the stairs.
I have to contact the police. I should be able to call from the front desk. Is there anything I've forgotten? Once I leave this floor, I
probably won't be able to come back.
I think we found everything we need. No, we don't want to inspect him. We want to leave. I think we got everything.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
We would have blood on us. There's no way we'd come out of that clean. So this is my baby. Her name is Dumplin'. If you notice there's a cat in my profile picture, this is her. Where is everybody
What?
else?
Where is everyone?
Yeah, where'd they go?
Montreal Police Service, Station 22.
There's a man dead. He's been murdered. I need the police.
Please stay calm, ma'am. Where are you right now?
The lobby, but the body, it's upstairs.
Can you give me the address, please?
Oh, 1178 Drummond Street.
All right, ma'am. Officers are on their way.
Thank you.
I wonder if I did the right thing, if I found all the evidence or not. I mean, I really tried.
No,
Like, where is everyone? There's been nobody. It was Beth.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie? Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector.
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
You don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Oh, merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this.
Yeah, but
to him.
who?
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
Oh, I don't know. Like, they said they wanted a way to end this, but there's that man. I don't know. Yes? No. Yes, no. I'm gonna say no, because I don't think they did
What
it.
about Paul? He and Hector were caught fighting. I also found a letter from one of Hector's customers. He seemed really angry. I guess it could be him as well.
The cops will want to talk to you. Know what you've seen. You need to be careful about what you tell them. If word of Anne and Marcella's affair gets out, they may put a label on them that will really hurt them. It might not even matter in the end if they did it or not.
Yeah, I guess.
I think I know what you mean. It's easier to put the blame on people who are different from you, even if you're wrong.
I'm glad you can see that. It makes the world a little safer to have people like you in it. You know, I was barely 20 when I was shoved into a police car for just hanging out with people who made me feel like I wasn't so messed up after all.
What? Where did that happen?
At the White Cat. It's supposed to be a safe space, but it gets raided by cops every now and then. I know Anne was caught at least once, too.
Wait, You know her?
Yeah, that's how I knew the answer to the riddle. I've never talked to her, but I've seen her a few times. Marcella and her, they're just like me.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you.
Oh, you're
I don't
admitting
know
your
if I'm
feelings.
feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends.
Oh, but I don't like you like that. I like Andrew. It's nothing against you as a person, but I just don't click.
I'm not sure if I feel the same way.
I'm
or
sorry.
not.
That's so mean.
Oh. Okay, yeah. I mean, you have a lot to think about already. I don't want to add to that. The police is here.
Would it be the
Just
police is here or the
Be
police are
mindful
here?
of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Am I gonna go through the interrogation now?
Miss Roy? Miss Roy? Miss Roy!
Oh, sorry. I was distracted.
I really need you to focus right now. I don't want to be here all night, and I'm sure you don't either.
No, I don't.
So, as I was saying, we're trying to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I heard the elevator bell ring. Again and again and again. I thought maybe a child was playing with the doors, so I went out in the corridor.
Oh, she's a good liar.
And that's when I saw him. All the blood and...
Why was the elevator bell ringing?
I'm sorry?
You said you heard the elevator bell ring. Why was it ringing? I assume it wasn't a child after all.
His body. Why would I lie about that?
Well, Mr. Cruz's body was preventing the doors from closing.
Really? When we found the body, it wasn't that close to the doors.
Oh, the stairs are blocked because of the renovations, so the elevator's the only way out of the 5th floor. I had no choice but to move the body. Just a little.
Ah, so that explains the traces we found. Thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah,
So,
I don't get why we'd lie about that.
what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
I mean, we could lie. Or do we tell the truth? I don't know. I don't want to lie, but I also don't want to say I used an ice pick.
No, I didn't. Only Eugene does. But the box wasn't locked.
Isn't that unusual?
Well, maybe Eugene forgot to lock it last time he used it.
Or maybe someone tampered with it. Did you go near the ice machine at any point today?
Oh, dang it. I had to get the ice pick, but I just lied about the ice pick. Well, we're gonna say it.
Yes, I did. To get an ice pick.
An ice pick? What did you need it for?
Oh, right. I was confused before. The fuse box was locked. That's why I needed the ice pick. To open it.
Miss Roy, you do realize this isn't the time or place to be confusing details.
I'm sorry.
Don't you?
Oh, I know.
Apart from the ice pick, did you touch anything near the ice machine?
I don't. Oh, if we say we touched a few things, that's bad too. But I'm gonna say
I
it.
might have touched a few things. Just to figure out what had happened to Mr. Cruz.
Of course you did. Why so many witnesses can't help but compromise the evidence is
Oh no, I
just
did.
beyond me.
I'm so sorry.
Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said, there's a man dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Oh, dadgummit. Just an assumption. I've been snooping around. Mr. retrieved some death threats. We're gonna go with this one. I mean, I know it's saying we snooped, but lying is bad, and I've been snooping around doesn't help.
Well, I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz.
Actually, I think he may be staying at the hotel.
Have you encountered him?
No. In room 504, there's a guest who seems to be traveling alone. Yet, he has these 3 teddy bears in his room. Mr. Cruz's customer lost his 3 children in a fire, and these bears are slightly burnt. So...
An interesting deduction. I'll look into that. But how do you even know about the death threats?
I'm a snoop. I've been snooping. I'm going to jail.
snooping around the guests' rooms.
I didn't think you'd admit it.
You knew already?
We found pictures of you snooping around.
It's because I never got rid of them.
Now, unless you want me to arrest you for violating your guest's privacy, I suggest you tell me everything you know.
All right.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently, she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know anything about her.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
Really? That's odd, because we learned a lot about Mrs. Cruz when we went through her room. And let's just say that loving, caring wife are not the first words.
Oh,
that
I knew
would
I was
come
going to dig
mind.
myself a grave.
She's a lesbian, involved in some sordid affair with the guest from room 507, Mrs. Beaumont. Have you ever witnessed them engaging in immoral behavior?
What do you mean?
I'm asking if you've seen them being, intimate.
No, I haven't. No.
And did you hear them discuss their deviant ways in front of Mrs. Beaumont's son, perhaps?
No.
Imagine what kind of effect such perversion
I
can
should have
have on a
thrown
young
away
child.
stuff.
No, I didn't hear anything.
Did you hear them express their hatred of men? Did they ever talk about using violence against men? Did you hear them speak ill of Mr. Cruz?
What are you trying to imply? That Mrs. Cruz killed her husband because she hates men?
I've seen it before from lesbians.
This has nothing to do with hate. It's about love. Not that you'd understand.
Oh, and you think you do? Then please, enlighten me.
She's brave enough to be with the one she loves. That doesn't make her a criminal. That doesn't mean she killed her husband.
I'm starting to worry you may be one of them, Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend these
And I worry
deviants.
about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough! One more word. Just one more word.
I
and
would
you'll be
like to
spending
spend the
rest
night
of
in a
your
cell,
night in
please.
cell.
You jerk.
Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
I'm going to have to... Okay, guys. When this is over, I'm going to have to load my save before we went down in the elevator, if I can, and get rid of all the evidence. Because this was mean and awful. Did I lose my job?
Strangely chipper on the phone. That can't be a good sign. I guess I'll know soon enough.
I'm fired.
Let's go see what Bernard wants.
I've been fired. How do I get to Bernard's
atmosphere is so
office?
different
Right
in
here.
It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Ooh, let's see what this says.
Anne, Marcella, and Paul are all suspects for Hector's murder. Was there anything I could have done to protect them?
Yeah, I would say if they're all three.
Without Eugene, the lobby will be a swimming pool by the end of the month.
Well, I can't go over
Will
it.
the rest of the building even be standing?
Why can't I go over it? Oh, I guess we can clean. I've been fired, I know it. I snooped. They found out. They think I'm a lesbian because back in the 1950s, that is a big no-no. I'm gonna have to, like, redo it. Just get...
Go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
Why is she out of a job?
No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I've lost my job too. I just know it. There's no way I have a job.
Ah, Miss Roy. Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I would guess it has something to do with the murder.
Well, you'd be right about that. We've been getting a lot of press lately, and not the good kind. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, but I assure you, it's quite
Yeah, he's firing me.
to have one's life's work blown away like that. All thanks to some sexual deviance and a nut job. It's obvious to me now that I haven't been firm enough. For guests of such morals to be comfortable booking a few nights here and committing such a horrid act. Things need to change. This means elevating our standards to the highest possible level, and it starts with the people working here. It starts with you.
So I'm fired.
Me?
Yes. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. I had planned to give this month's Employee of the Month title to Wendy, but since she's no longer with us, I'm thinking of giving it to you instead.
Really?
You should know it comes with the responsibility of being a glowing example for other staff members
Why am I
to
not
follow.
getting fired?
Is this something you believe you can do?
If it comes with a reward,
Would
yes.
it come with a reward?
I see you're a pragmatist. Yes, it would.
Okay. Then I'll do it.
Good. I expect you to be here on Monday, first thing in the morning. There's a lot of work to be done before the reopening. That'll be all.
I kept my job. Did the police not tell him I snooped? Is that not something they can tell him? I guess not. But why was she fired?
Hey.
What a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean. A shame I won't get to be there when you receive your reward.
I'm so sorry.
Hey, it's not your fault.
I know, but it's so unfair that I get rewarded while you lose your job.
I
Don't
still don't
feel
understand
bad about
why.
it. You deserve it more than I do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping deviants out of the hotel. So, I may have lost my cool a little.
Okay, that
A
explains it.
little?
I told him I was one of those deviants he was so afraid of. He froze for a moment, then showed me the door.
What's next?
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, you know, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No.
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you.
I just feel bad.
I'm really glad we're friends.
Me too.
You should know I like women too. I like that you make me feel seen. What do you think will happen to our guest? Who cares about that? Let's just say I like that you make me feel seen.
Thinking. I know so much about our guests. Paul, Anne, and Marcella especially. I know all of their secrets. And yet, if I were to walk by them in the street, they wouldn't even recognize me. Isn't it weird?
Where are you going with this?
I guess what I'm trying to say is, it's good to feel seen sometimes. And if I were to walk by you in the street, I'd like to think you'd recognize me.
With a pretty face like yours? Of course I would, Bean.
Okay. So, should I go ahead, clean the rooms so that the deviant stuff won't be there? And so they all won't get in trouble. Because I don't think they did it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and get rid of their lesbianism. That sounds so wrong. But, I mean, it makes sense for this game, I guess. We'll go through and get rid of all the evidence real quick. I'll pause it. You'll see, like, I'll pick up after I get rid of all the evidence. Because I didn't like this ending. I felt, oh wow, I got a cleaning object. Well, I'm glad to see Beth is working at a bar like she wanted. I'll see if I can load in a save before we go down the elevator. Alright, give me a minute, guys, and we'll see if I can get it to work. If not, I'll be right back on this screen. Okay, I think I got rid of all the evidence.
Is there anything I've forgotten?
That
Once I leave this floor, I probably won't be able to come back.
we're leaving. I think I did it. But we're gonna see, I guess.
I'm sorry.
Could be just a waste of my time. But I did. I got rid of a lot of stuff. Letters. All of it. You can't see it, but my baby fell asleep. My baby being the kitty kitty. Her name is Dumpling. Alright, let's call the police. And then we're gonna see how this goes. Since you've seen all this, I'll just cut to the interrogation.
There's a man.
So,
Okay, we're back
as
here.
I was saying,
So
we're
let's
trying
see.
to ascertain the circumstances of Mr. Cruz's death. Can you tell me how you came to find the body?
I was cleaning room 509 when I thought maybe...
Why was the
I'm sorry?
You said you...
Okay, so...
Well...
Really? When
the stairs are blocked.
Ah, so that explains the trait. So, what did you do after that?
Well, that's when the power cut. So I had to go to the janitor's closet.
To access the fuse box.
Exactly. I changed a few fuses and turned the power back on.
But there's a lock on that box, isn't there? Did you have the key?
We're just gonna have to say we used the ice pick.
No, I didn't. But I thought an ice pick might do the trick. So I went to the ice machine to get one.
You're a size 7, I suppose.
Yes, I am. Why?
What did you see when you went to the ice machine?
There was blood. A lot of it.
Did you touch anything?
No. Other than the ice pick. Do we say I might have touched a few things, or no?
No, nothing.
Good. You wouldn't believe how many idiot witnesses accidentally compromised the evidence. Anyway, what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the operator? The exact words.
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You said...
Okay, maybe
there's
we
a
did it
man
right. Maybe.
dead. He's been murdered.
That's possible.
What makes you so sure it was murder?
Mr. Cruz received death
Well,
threats.
I know about Mr. Cruz's angry customer. The one who sent him death threats.
Oh, yes, we found those. But the customer in question lives back in Texas, so there's no way he could have killed Mr. Cruz.
Actually, I think he may be staying at the hotel.
Have you encountered him?
No. In room 504, there's a guest who seems to be traveling alone. Yet, Mr. Cruz's customer locked...
An interesting deduction. I'll look into that. But how do you even know about the death threats?
We'll just pretend, because, I mean, they can't ask Mr. Cruz.
told me the other day.
Was he in the habit of talking about his personal life with hotel maids?
I really can't say what his habits were, but he seemed to like me.
Then maybe you'll be able to answer one or two of my questions.
Uh-oh.
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcela Cruz. Apparently she left in quite a hurry this morning. What can you tell me about her?
I don't know anything about her.
I don't really know anything. She just looks like a loving, caring wife.
That's not much to go on now, is it?
Nope.
I'm sorry.
Let's try something else then. We've learned from one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named Mr. Spade. What can you tell me about him?
I don't know anything about him either.
I don't know much. Only that he seems nice.
Nice. I wouldn't be so sure.
Oh?
We found out that Mr. Spade is fresh out of a madhouse.
I
When we
didn't get
called
rid
the
of
place,
one.
They painted quite the picture of him.
Shit.
Did you ever see him display odd behavior in or around the hotel?
No. I mean, we've all got our little quirks, don't we?
Did he seem obsessed with Mrs. Cruz?
A little, maybe, but...
Obsessed enough to kill her husband?
No, nothing like that.
Dadgummit.
We all have our obsessions. Me, for instance. I'm obsessed with celebrities and gossip magazines, and...
You don't seem to understand, Miss Roy. Mr. Spade is not like you and me. He may look like us, but he's not. He's dangerous.
Dang it, I
and
didn't
needs to be
take the
taken
one
off the
piece of thing I
streets.
think wouldn't matter.
So tell me, did you ever see him be violent or aggressive?
We'll take a stand.
You're wrong.
I beg your pardon?
He is like us.
You may not have noticed, Miss Roy, but neither of us are in an insane asylum right now.
He was brave enough to seek help. That doesn't make him a criminal. That doesn't mean he killed Mr. Cruz.
Shoot, you know I'm starting
still
to worry
got the
about your
wrong
own
guy
mental state,
arrested.
Miss Roy, since you're so eager to defend.
And I worry about your ability to do your job, detective, since you seem to be such a...
Enough!
Dang
One
it.
more word. Just one
I just
more
messed
word,
up.
and you'll be spending the rest of your night in a cell. Now get the hell out of here. I've had enough of you.
Shoot. We did. We got the wrong guy arrested again. We're not very good detectives. Let's see how this ends. I'm gonna quit this time.
Bernard was strangely chipper on the phone. The atmosphere is so different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
Well, maybe I shouldn't quit. I bet Beth still has a job. Because it wasn't a lesbian deviant this time. It was just a psycho. Because I didn't get rid of one piece of evidence.
Ugh, go to hell.
Okay, never mind.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than
Okay,
that,
I don't know
everything's just
how she
peachy.
got fired.
No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be...
Let's
Miss
see
Roy,
how this goes.
Come in. I suppose you know why you're here?
I'm not. Your phone call.
Yes, well, I prefer to have... We've been getting a lot of press lately. I wouldn't expect you to understand the position I'm in, to have one's life's work all thanks to an... It's obvious to me now that I haven't been for guests of such moral... things need... This means elevating up...
With me?
Yes. From what I've heard...
I take my job.
As you should. I'm thinking...
Really?
You should know it comes with the... Is this some...
I don't think so.
An example? Me? No, I don't think I can.
Oh, well, that's a shame. I've heard this month's reward from Weston's will be quite nice. Well, I'm sure one of your colleagues will be more than happy to have it. That'll be all.
I thought maybe something would happen if I rejected it. But nothing did. Damn.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He offered me the Employee of the Month title.
Good for you, Bean. A shame I won't get to be there when you...
Oh, I didn't
receive your
accept it.
reward.
Actually, I told him I didn't want it.
You did not.
I did. The reward would have been nice, but it's not worth selling my soul to the devil.
You're quite right about that.
Did Bernard say why he...
Ugh. He was going on and on about keeping...
A little?
I told him I was...
Oh, okay. Well then, alright. So this is the same. So I can go back and try one more time to get rid of all the evidence again. And hope the ending changes. So when you come back, I'm going to be trying to do that.
Comes in, won't we?
No, there's fingerprint analysis.
So,
No.
what did you do after restoring the power?
I took the elevator down to the lobby. That's where I called the police.
Do you remember what you said to the
Oh, I'm
operator?
going to be
The
arrested.
exact words.
I got rid of
No,
all the
I'm afraid I
evidence that
don't.
I could think of, and
You
everything that even didn't
there's a
seem
man
like it was
dead.
evidence. I got rid of it
He's
all,
been
except for
murdered.
the one guy's room that I'm
That's
trying
possible.
to
What makes
frame.
you so sure it was
Well,
Bernard?
not frame, because I think he did it.
Well,
No,
actually,
have you...
no. Mr.
But,
Well, just say Mr. Cruz told me.
Mr. Cruz told...
really, was he... Then maybe you'll be able to...
I'll do my best.
Let's start with the victim's wife, Marcella Cruz.
I
Apparently
tried.
she left
Guys, if
quite
I can't
early
get a
this
better ending,
Can you
then
tell me about her?
I don't really know any. She just.
You wouldn't be.
No.
so I'm skipping the parts we've
We've
heard
learned from
before.
one of your colleagues that the victim had a fight with a guest named. What can you tell?
I don't know much.
Okay, let's see what
Only that
happens.
He seems nice.
Does he? It's very odd. Both Mr. Spade and Mrs. Cruz are prime suspects in this case, and yet we have very little
Oh,
evidence
no.
on either of them. It's almost as if someone has cleaned up after them.
But there's the
I
other
really
guy.
hope I'm wrong, though, because if I'm right, that would be obstruction of justice, and the people or person responsible could face very serious consequences. But hey, I guess we'll know
Oh
soon
God,
enough.
I'm going to jail. I'm going to jail. Oh no. I guess we'll see at the end cutscene part. I mean, I thought I did too good of a job cleaning up. I thought it would put the guy on the guy that burned. Like they didn't even look into him. I bring it up and they say nothing.
Bernard sounded really
Okay.
dejected on the phone.
Dejected.
Time to see what that's about.
Oh,
I
that's
guess.
different. So I'm
The
being
atmosphere is so
fired.
different in here. It'll probably be a while before the hotel reopens.
So I guess we'll see how I'm being fired since he's dejected. He wasn't dejected before. It was always, he sounded happy. Let's clean up the puddle so we can go past. Let's see what, maybe Beth didn't get fired.
go to
Oh,
hell.
never mind, she got fired.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than
I don't
that,
get how
yeah,
she keeps
everything's
getting
just
fired.
peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right?
Okay,
I'll be
well,
questioning
it's my turn to get
life
fired.
choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay.
I did my job. I cleaned the room. I got rid of all the paper. Here it goes. I'm gonna walk in. I'm gonna get fired. And that's the end.
Come in. So,
Nope, I don't know.
I'm not sure. Your phone call was...
well, I prefer to have this conversation in person. As you may be aware, the hotel's reputation has taken a solid hit. We've been mocked and ridiculed by the papers. It's truly humiliating. And that's not even the worst of it. With a story like this, guests may not flood through our doors again for a very long time. If ever. I may have no choice but to sell the hotel. Just
Well, what was
years
different?
of arduous work. gone
Besides
down
me
the drain.
taking everything and they didn't find a killer, I guess.
Anyway, it's clear now that we're going to have to tighten our belts for at least a couple of months. Which means cutting off dead weight.
I suppose I'm the dead weight.
Yes. I mean, not you specifically, but some of your colleagues certainly are. From what I've heard, you've been quite the exemplary maid lately. Clean rooms, satisfied guests.
I take my job very seriously, sir.
As you should. We'll see for the future, but for now, you'll be allowed to continue working here.
Thank you.
I'm not done. The police have finished their investigation and left a mess on the 5th floor. I want you to clean it up.
You want me to go back there?
Yes, why not?
I found a dead body on that floor. I'm not going back.
I'll make this simple for you. If you don't do it, you're fired.
You can't fire me. I quit. Or I'll do it. Well, we've kept our job any other time, so I
You
quit.
can't fire me. Because I quit.
Sure. I fire you, you quit. It's all the same to me. Just make sure to empty your locker before the end of the month. That'll be all.
What a douche. Yeah, expect me to go back and clean the blood and everything by myself.
Hey,
Hey.
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
Well, he was being kind of a jerk, so I quit.
You what?
I quit. I figured there was no point in staying if
What?
you were
No,
leaving.
that's not the.
I
That is not
appreciate
it.
the solidarity, but you really didn't have to do that.
I didn't want to go clean
I
up the
think
blood.
It's for the best. Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Oh, well, he's been itching to get rid of me ever since he took over from Raymond. Now that he's hell-bent on cutting expenses, it was obvious I would be one of the first to go.
I know you'll
Well,
bounce back.
Yeah.
And think of all the good times you'll have away from Bernard.
I'll miss annoying him. He turns into a particular shade of red that only I can get out of him. But no, you're right. I could see myself owning my... Believe it or not, I do enjoy... But maybe if I were...
No, it's
Okay.
I'm
Let's just see if we can skip. Well, it's this
what
time.
happened to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of two Appaloozas, watching over their newly
So,
acquired ranch.
should I left
They'll be
it where I
constantly
snoop
followed
and
by
be
their
like, oh, I
own
snooped,
sheep.
so this is...
They'll call
Nah,
him Paul,
nah.
for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too.
Uh-oh, they're coming to arrest me.
What's he doing here again?
They're gonna arrest me. I done fucked up.
Let's not make a scene, all right?
A scene? What the hell's going on?
Beth, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are.
I knew
You're
it.
under arrest.
What? This is bullshit. You can't do this. Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer. It'll be okay. God.
I knew it. So it's never... I can't get the good ending to save my life. Oh, poo. Oh, well. I guess everybody else is happy. Oh, I said... Oh. Am I disgruntled client? Paul avoided prison. I got that. So he became an actor like he wanted. And was able to say goodbye to his love. And they got to go and be free too. But I still cannot seem to get the one ending that matters. Well, at least everybody else is happy, right? Ah, Bernard had to close down. Or Bernard had to quit. So that's a good ending because he seemed like a jerk. He tampered with evidence and got caught and ended up in prison. The bed we made. That's so funny. Who is that? Oh, it's Beth. Well, I mean, I didn't stay for long, apparently. Well, that sucks. All right, guys. That was this bed we made. I couldn't seem to get the good ending unless I look it up. And I don't feel like doing it right now because this video is going on 2 hours almost. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe. It helps. And I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.